Hey everyone, we're back with Tuesday night stream. About to do some more Eternal Darkness. Continuing on our quest to stop Xel'lotath from doing evil things. We're actually using a new overlay today, which you may have noticed at the bottom. There's a bit that has my Twitter's handle and my YouTube handle on it. So if anybody wants to follow any of that, it's cool. There's an Instagram space and a Facebook space there, but my Facebook page is my own personal page, which I don't even post to anyway. And I have never done anything with Instagram. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Post updates about recording, editing, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, continuing with Eternal Darkness. We were playing as Paul Luther. We were up to Paul Luther. The Inquisition has come to France, I think we're in. I think this is France. So we got the meditation rod that restores sanity. I think I did mention it last time. Each character has different stats. Paul Luther has a lot of magic, but I think he has like the worst health or the second worst health. Yeah, door's locked. No, well. So let's proceed. Inappropriate for Paul to leave so soon after his arrival, considering the kindness of His Excellency Philippe Augustine. Pius just keeps using his own damn name. Hey, I'm Pius Augustus. You may know me better as someone else with a name with August in his name. Seriously, it's like Lucifer in Shin Megami Tensei. Wait a minute, is that an English knight? I don't know. That's a nun. I don't know who it is. And a Crusader knight, maybe? I don't know. 1500, so there would have been the Crusades would have happened by this point, at least some of them. So right now we're kind of just wandering through this place, seeing what's going on. A thick braided rope serves to ring the church bell. Usually it is the custodian's task to ring the bell at appropriate times. Perhaps he'll be along later to ring it. Fair enough. Oh, was there something there? Paul's head was moving. Oh, he's looking at the bell. Alright. Hey, Bane, how you doing tonight, buddy? You've not missed much, we only just got started. Just wandering around the church in this thunderstorm. You know what, that's actually kind of a neat setting. The place looks huge. These medieval monasteries. You know, for a horror game, this entire situation feels quite relaxing right now. Just a church, there's nothing horrible going on. It's a thunderstorm outside, which makes me glad I'm inside. go and pray at the altar, because we probably have to pray. Oh, cutscene.
For the love of God,
Somebody's left a body out.
help! Come quickly!
Hello, Palpatine.
A murder! A murder most foul! What heresy is this? I found him lying here, dead. I called the guards.
Somebody was told to bring out the dead and they just left it.
Make sure no one touches the body. It must be examined for signs of devilry.
Devilry.
This man, make sure he doesn't leave the cathedral. We will question him later. But hold your tongue, Franciscan, or it might bring my wrath upon me. Who is to say that you did not commit this murder?
You were so friendly a few minutes ago.
And you are indeed innocent. Then you will have nothing to fear.
Yeah, that's the same kind of crap that was brought out with the witch trials. Well, dump this woman underwater. If she floats, she's a witch and we'll kill her. If she drowns, then at least God will take her into heaven. Like, wait, what? The painting captures Paul's attention. A small emerald, disguised as part of the painting, glints in the candlelight as though it is some value beyond being a precious gem. We're already being accused of murder. What does theft matter? I wasn't stealing anything.
Are you here to pass sentence on me?
No, I'm here to free you. You are in incredible danger. This cathedral used to be a place of peace.
Well, I've got an Instagram account. My phone actually came with Instagram because I got a new phone back in like November, and it came with Instagram installed on it. And I just went and set up an Instagram account, and I haven't done anything with it.
We can't talk about it here.
Maybe I will do something with it.
Or later, and I shall aid thee further.
We'll see.
Releasing me.
I don't want to see another innocent die like your Franciscan brethren. I have seen Brother Andrew make numerous entries into his journal. This may contain the answers to the cathedral's dark secrets.
Dark.
If I were you, I'd run.
They will surely hunt me if I run. This
Yeah.
has to stop.
Then be it on your own head, Luther. Find Brother Andrew's journals if you can. He spent time in the old tower investigating. I believe I can find the key to
Old
the
tower, huh?
stores. Later, come find me in the bell tower, and I will give it to you. Be swift.
Okay.
Can't evade them forever.
Also, I didn't steal the emerald. There was no emerald there. I'm not suspicious. Somber portrait of a monk stares icily from the wall. Something about those grim staring eyes sparks doubt and suspicion in Paul. Is this the face of a holy man? Yeah, I've spoken with some of our mutual friends about Instagram. Oh, here we go. A framed fragment of written verse. It is in Latin and makes references mostly to diabolical entities and how man is dominated by them if he strays from the rights of protection. Yeah, I've spoken with some of our mutual friends, and they say that did tell me that you do tend to post your collections on there. Should be interesting. That's the same description as the other wall. Hey, Stasa. Welcome to the stream. Oh, no. Here we go. Check them again. There's Pius. There's Elia. Anthony. Kareem. Roivers. But there's no Lindsay. Which is interesting. It's probably because Lindsay didn't die. Or go mad. So Luther just saw last chapter we were playing, the last chapter we were playing as Lindsay, took place in the 80s, and Luther just saw that event despite this being the 1500s. Paul cannot leave the cathedral until his name is cleared and the real murderer has been uncovered. To run away now would be an admission of his guilt. Now we're playing Eternal Darkness, Estasa. This is a third session of Eternal Darkness. In fact, the guy wanted me to meet him in the bell tower. See if he's there now, before we go anywhere else. Punch. You deleted your account in the end. Oh, that's a shame, Bane. There's oh no, monsters, and I don't actually have a weapon. Punch him in the head. Punch him in the head. Okay, well, no, that's not working. I know you posted your collections on there, and always interested to see video game acquisitions. Mostly because that's just basically what my life is at this point in video games. Should Paul ring the bell? Yeah, why not, when trying not to get caught? But yeah, I'll probably do something with Instagram if I remember. I'm usually forgetting to do something with Twitter, honestly. Yo, Joe, you got anything?
Ah, Brother Luther, not a moment too soon. As you have noticed, dread things inhabit this place.
Yeah, I saw a zombie.
Corpses, and worse.
There is darkness at work here, in the midst of the Inquisition.
I suspect it is worse.
Yeah, to answer your question, Stanza, this looks very different from the last chapter because every chapter takes place in a different time period.
Why are you telling me?
The last chapter we did was in 1981. This is in the 1500s, I think.
This key, it unlocks the old tower. It has been sealed off since the Inquisition arrived.
I intend to uncover the truth behind this.
If you manage to uncover the source of darkness, return here, and I will do everything I can to help.
Okay, Cam Clark.
Brother, may your faith protect you.
Thank you, Brother Clark. I hope we get a weapon. I mean, I know I get a weapon, but I hope I get a weapon soon. I don't want to be fighting monsters with bare hands. Excuse me. Stats are still pretty decent. In fact, you know what? Not that. Was it? Let me check my quick spells. I've forgotten what they were. Yeah, that's what I have to. Spent more magic than I wanted to by not casting the proper spells. I don't have much health loss, but I wanted to just heal it anyway because magic. Let's reveal invisible. Is it this one I'm after? Yeah. Magic replenishes as we walk anyway. And Paul has a good amount of it. What a church. Did they move the body yet? Yeah, I'm guessing they did. The altar is bereft of holy adornment. No crucifix, no Bible, no sacrament of any kind. Paul is disturbed by this sight. What faith does the order practice? Faith in their friends. Old tower, use the old tower key. Bada bing. Oh. Yeah, I'll come back later. Your overconfidence is your weakness. Your faith in your friends is yours. So if you pay... Oh, no, bone thieves. I haven't got a weapon. Lying on an abandoned easel is a sheet of tattered paper covered with scrolls of ink. A diary page. Oh, it's page 2, I've missed one. I suppose it's understandable that they will not show me the hand of June on such little notice, but I must confess that the preparations they make are most unusual. No acts of consecration, no daily prayer or worship are demonstrated by the strange order. One wonders if they are holy at all, let alone under the auspices of the Grand Inquisition. Perhaps it's my naivete towards our faith. There are many practices associated with it, and they differ greatly from region to region. Perhaps Amiens is merely more eccentric than the others. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bane. I actually joined Reddit recently. A bewildering array of books and tomes sorted neatly onto a set of shelves. Mostly books of a religious nature, awaiting scholars such as Paul to peruse their contents. I actually started using Reddit recently, and I'm gonna leave you for a bit, Bones Thief. And oh wait, no, there's something there. Sheet of music lies upon the bookshelf. One wonders what it sounds like. Yeah, I started using Reddit recently, and like joined a bunch of subreddits. For different platforms, and you see a lot of don't punch me, you meanie. Anthony. Oh crap, he's got a sword. You idiot, we've all got swords. Let me see, damage field. Ha! Oh, that worked out even better than I would have hoped. He's inside the field. Oh, he ran out. There we go. Yeah, I see a lot of collection posting on there. And it's pretty interesting, because there's a lot of cool stuff there. So yeah, this is where Anthony's chapter took place. And he's still being kept alive by the curse all this time later. And the curse is still bringing him back to life. Damn it, I ruined that. Can I get it off again? Damn it. Damn. Okay, if I do it here, maybe I'll have enough time. Don't have enough magic. Damn it. Oh no, I made it out. But yeah, you see some cool collection stuff on Reddit. Sorry, GameCube collection I wasn't aware even existed. A double pack of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on GameCube. I wasn't even aware there was such a thing. But it was cool. Take your eternal rest, Anthony. He was here for so long, kept alive for so long by the curse, he lost his mind. What a terrible fate. Die! Die! Green, green, green. I want Chattur'gha. Excellent, now we can kill this thing easier. I'll take my sanity back. Okay, ceiling, if you would stop bleeding, I'd appreciate it. Alright, that's better. Ooh, what's this? Shield spell. Nice. So I could have already used that if I'd experimented a little more. But yeah, this is where Anthony went. All those years ago. It's weird that the coffin's still here, like 200-300 years later. Is this casket in readiness for Brother Andrew's body? Perhaps Augustine is blessing it, or perhaps it is most sinister purpose. It's almost as if the death was expected or arranged. It's almost as if this is the exact same room from a previous chapter and they didn't actually change it that much. Alright, let's take out that Bone Thief. Still think Bone Thief is a really cool name. God damn it, Paul, you took so much damage there. Such a weak character. Alright, what do we got? Bewildering array of books and tomes, sorted neatly onto a set of shelves. Mostly books of a religious nature, awaiting scholars such as Paul to peruse. Yeah, I saw that. I got some sheet music. I also have an emerald and ruby that I don't know what I'm doing with. But I'm guessing that's it for this old tower. So that's where the original chapel was, and they built the rest of the monastery around it as the years went on. Is there a monster here? Is that what Paul's looking at? I don't know. So where is there? There you go. There's always a church organ. By means of bellows and pump, the pipe organ is able to play a deeply moving music. It has the power to inspire faith and to influence hearts and minds beyond the control of the mind. Oh, influence hearts beyond the control of the mind. Let's try it again. That's not what I played. The 5-pointed star. Let's get it. And the 5-pointed circle, at least. That means we can do 5-pointed spells. Crossbow bolts. I don't have a crossbow. The tabernacle? Tabernacle? The tabernacle is almost empty. There are none of the things that should be here, such as holy water and other ritualistic items. Only a circle of power lying on the lower shelf. Let's take it. Each of the 3-point spells can be powered up using the power rune. Do I have power? Is that power, maybe? You know what? Let's try this actually. Let's look at the spell list. So we have Shield, Bankarok, and Santak. Okay. Bankarok, Santak, and then... No. So I don't know what that rune is, and I don't have the power rune yet. Simple podium and lectern provides a platform for a priest giving a sermon to his congregation. There's a drawer recessed in it. The podium drawer is locked. Wonder what's this way. Yeah, I'll take the torch. I was probably supposed to use that to fight Anthony. Heavy wooden chest sits against the room's wall. It appears to be old and worn. Paul should open the chest. Crossbow, yeah. That was probably supposed to be used against Anthony as well. The rat carries robes and cloaks for ceremonial use. As Paul draws the robes back, something tumbles from inside. The podium key. Nice. The woodcut shows an act of blasphemy. A host of demons prey upon humans like they were playthings. Disemboweled by mocking demons, eaten or tortured by other carnal deviant acts. Huh. Anything else? Don't think so. Let's go. Check out podium. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have another diary page. Yeah, Paul should take it. This is the first diary page, alright. I finally arrived at Amiens, and my pilgrimage to see the Hand of Jude draws to a close. I cannot wait to lay eyes upon the sacred relic. My journey here has been arduous, and it shall be good to relax for a while in this peaceful village. Amiens is full of good people, strong in their faith and their role in our world. If the blight of witchcraft is present in this world, then I doubt it is in Amiens. Okay. The darkness is coming. Stairs. Is the darkness still coming? No, it isn't. Awesome. How are you guys doing tonight? Hello. I heard knocking. Going to take some crossbow bolts. Ooh, reliquaries. The Book of Reliquaries. This is the forgeries of the reliquaries dating back to the late 13th century. Exquisitely illuminated and bound with hard leather, it reads, doubtless many obscure orders requiring more income than can be garnered from the tithe resorted to forging ancient relics to bring people from outside their region to their diocese. Diocese, and thus become more lucrative. While it could be said that a false hope is still a hope, relics such as Cuthbert's jawbone, the Hand of Jude, and the infamous thigh-bone flute of Connaught, while being forgeries, deceive the righteous unjustly. Their existence as true relics is the utmost heresy. Huh. So luring people here with the promise of a false relic. But for what reason? The Spartan bed shows how the Order treats its visitors. There is no sign of the Order's own quarters, and this chills Paul to the bone. The only man that doesn't need a bed is a dead one. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, Estasa. Sad to see that your sleeping pattern still isn't sorted. What am I doing at the minute? Not really doing anything. Between recording. Near the organ, a steel mace is mounted on the back wall as a means of display armature. Yeah, I'ma take that. Clerics need a mace. Oh, that sounds heavy. The bellows mechanism supplies the organ upstairs with air. It requires an expert hand and attention to keep in working order. Yeah, between recordings, I want to get all my editing done before I do more recording. Trappers. Are there any others? Gotta watch out for the trappers. Knocking on this cask results in a hollow thud. It is empty. But why when all the others are full of maturing wine? Should Paul turn the barrel's spigot? That was actually completely accidental. I'm guessing all the other trapper keepers are gone. Alright, onwards. It's a monster. And it's blue, so green. I want the Xel'lotath. Alright. Let's get in there. Actually, attack it, Paul. Come on, Paul. Of course, it'd be an Ulioth one that drains my magic. Pedestal has 3 small indentations adorning its top, arranged in circular formation. Each socket appears to be waiting for something. I think I can figure out what they're actually waiting for. Which would suggest, based on what we currently have, that what we're missing is a sapphire. There is a massive granite vault carved with hideous bas-reliefs. Scratch marks running along the floor make it appear this crypt has been moved many times. Hidden door. Oh, he's got the sapphire. Of course he's still got me. Come on, come on. God damn it, Paul, why are you so weak? Mace is a better idea. Alright, that's better. I can move again. Okay, now I can't move again. There we go. Some of these characters are way harder to use than others. Now, Lindsay could take way more damage than this guy. That's not what I want. I want to finish this thing. Oh! My sanity. Yep. Ruby, emerald, sapphire. No, he's squishy because he's a monk. A Franciscan monk. And at this point, while the plague would be a major problem in Europe, the clergy were probably like some of the healthiest people. There we go. And the clergy were probably some of the healthiest people. Alright, just keep walking back and forth to recover our magic. It's not what I wanted. Keep forgetting where I've got my magic placed. Alright. Get out of here. Stupid walls. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Keep getting caught on walls. Oh, they're not hallucinations, they're real. They're actual zombies and monsters. Hmm. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Tired of my melee attacks getting caught on walls in these games. Well, the room tilting is usually when you're at low sanity, which I'm not really at the minute, although let's do a bit more. Boost that up again. But that's just basically a Dutch angle. As hallucinations go, it's pretty weak. Pretty weak sauce. Oh, hey, you've got rune. You have to wait a minute, I'm busy. Can't open the door right now. Excuse me. Yeah, the ancient eye, whose artifact I chose as pious, is the one that affects sanity. I recognize you. Okay, so what if this is the Paragon rune? Let's try it. What is recover? It is Narakath and Santak. Narakath, Santak. That's Paragon. That's the power rune. Okay, so assign those, they'll recover more. And let's see, assign enchant item. Let me check this. This is Antibok and Magamore. Okay, now assign the 5-point version here. And then save now that I have Paragon. Remember, it gets pretty ridiculous because Paragon is the power rune. Every spell stays the same. It's just to make it more powerful, you add Paragon. And let me see, the magic. We can get a 7-point circle as well later. And so you end up with, like, say, Xel'lotath, Santak, Redgamore, Paragon. And it's like, really? And it's like, that many Paragons just gets kind of ridiculous. Deeper under the church. I hope there aren't any monsters here. Oh, monsters. But yeah, no, as far as the hallucinations go, we've actually been doing pretty well, because we've only seen some of the basic ones. Oh god. Oh hey, they're fighting. Okay, so Chattur'gha 1, which means I want to enchant Xel'lotath on my sword. Come on. God damn it, Paul, you're so weak. Paul. Gonna have to do that again. But yeah, the hallucination, we've only seen some of the weaker stuff, like the walls bleeding, the ceiling was bleeding earlier. We've only seen 2 proper hallucinations, and that was fake enemies, and the game pretending that it was a demo. So we finished a chapter and the game suddenly said, look forward to the full release of Eternal Darkness, thank you for playing the demo. It was like, oh you. Alright, so what's this? Oh. I thought it was going to be something interesting. There. Effigy of a monk reclining on a sacrificial altar. A deep groove bisects its chest. The monk's face looks almost exactly like the custodian. The inscription reads, only when thy friend is sacrificed, when his cries fill the air, will the great doors be open to thee. Okay. What's this? Oh, it's a door. Alright. This is a door. Go away. Basically saving the world from the eternal darkness. Oh, more Chattur'gha zombies. Which is great, because my weapon's still enchanted with Xel'lotath. Paul is really slow. The risk with casting higher level spells is the they take longer. So while they're more powerful, they take longer. Right, let's see if we can find anything in here. Crossbow bolts. Arcane documents and treatments of the demonic arts. Paul daren't touch them for fear of the taint of evil. There's further proof of the heresy within this dark cathedral. A table bears arcane documents. Diagrams and sigils pertaining to the demonic craft are scattered across the recently used table. Still arcane documents. What about this? What's this? The shelf appears to be recessed into the wall, not quite as flush as the others in the room, almost as if it could slide inward. Secret passage. More monsters. I love it when a simple decapitation actually works. Ah, yeah. A torn diary page has been placed within the shrine. Diary page 3. With a shudder, my heart turned to ice. I came to the brutal realization that the entire order were heretics, and that I was in incredible jeopardy. Who knows how long they had kept their dark secret, masquerading as custodians of the Hand of Jude, when in fact they guarded a damnable relic, the essence of the unholy Chattur'gha, and used it to lure potential victims to their hideous sacrifice. I felt sick, and despite my faith, I felt intense fear and hopelessness. I know that I must escape this place before they suspect my knowledge. I must warn the world and notify the real Inquisition of their presence. Knowing death is just around the corner and fearing every moment, I commit these words to paper. Augustine will find this book. I will remove certain pages and hide them, so that all whom follow might discover the truth before it's too late. Alright. Pargon. By adding Pargon runes to a spell, it can be powered up, intensifying its effects. I mean, everything now has... No, I have to cast all of these at 5 points to actually get them to be assignable, of course. A blasphemous shrine stands at the end of the room, dedicated to an unholy god. Paul can sense its evil and finds it difficult to approach. I should probably go back and see the custodian again. I hope nothing ambushes me. While I'm here, doesn't look like there's anything I can use with this. Alright. And this door is locked. Alright, so let's go back and see about talking to the custodian. Feels like that's ages away, actually. Like, we've got to go a huge distance. Wait a minute, was there another path in that room? I don't think I've properly checked. No. Alright. Okay, back at the wine cellar. Hidden in the alcoves of this mausoleum lie the remains of departed monks. Some have turned to dust, others have been grotesquely withered, leaving husks of bone and leathery skin. One thing I'll definitely give to this game, the flavor text is fantastic. Arrow back. And it doesn't look like there's anything there. It's not just that it's in depth, the flavor text is brilliantly worded. It's one of those things like Legacy of Kain, being the way things are described in Legacy of Kain, the way the characters talk. I love all of that. Uncommon words that really express the nature of the world. I love it. Custodian, I'm back.
Andrew suspected Augustine all along. I managed to find remnants of his journal, and it all points to Augustine's involvement with a paganistic cult operating inside the cathedral.
Aye, the cathedral's dark secret has been uncovered. I too suspected this, but was too afraid to act. Augustine himself is a heretic.
He has covered his tracks well.
No, he's not. There's monsters all over the place.
The hand of Jude was stored here. He had those who came to see it murdered. The hand of Jude never existed.
And with that realization, the trap closes, brother. My days here are numbered. I awoke to find this cruel dagger placed upon my pillow this morn. It can only mean one thing. I know too much, and they are moving to silence me.
But if they came into your room while you were asleep and put the dagger on the pillow, why didn't they just kill you?
Save my soul. Please, take this thing away from me.
It's weird.
Me to no end. May your faith protect thee, Brother Luther. That's all you have.
Like, seriously, that's really weird. Seriously, I was right here. And he's gone. Well, I know where I need to go now. Let's take a look at this sacrificial knife. An ornate long blade knife used to sacrifice humans. For Paul to even pick it up is repulsive, for the sense of evil it emits is intense and unnerving. The souls this blade has taken live on within its metal. Ah! Go away. You didn't even manage to take any of my sanity. But if there's more spawning in at this point, it'd be a good idea to save before I go further. Save if I can. Oh, it's a bone thief. Ah! Get off me. Target the bone thief, Paul. Alright, now can I save? Yes, I can. The darkness is not coming anymore. Alright, let's head on. Doesn't look like there's any monsters. Alright. Anything here? No. Okay. Oh, there's more stuff here. Get out of it. Oh, trappers. Oh, that's the only one. No, there's another one there. Alright. Well, you can try and ambush me, but you like really pathetic zombies. It's like that whole thing of, oh no, a skeleton. But just kick the skeleton over. Like, if there's one thing any of the scary movie films did right, it was, that's a skeleton. Just take it apart. Bone thief. Ceiling just twisted because I lost a bit of sanity. Okay, so use the save again. And use the sacrificial knife. Well, that sounded horrible. The monk in the effigy has been sacrificed. A dagger protrudes from a deep groove within its chest. The echoes of his screams still reverberate in Paul's ears. Guessing he was in there and we just killed him. You got a damage field. Paul's progress is blocked by a corrosive spell. Obviously, someone wants to keep intruders at bay, and this lethal magic is just the way to do it. Which means that you will have to get the 5-point circle to progress. Let's see. Green is beaten by red. Dispel magic was Nethlek and Redgamore. This one. Yeah. I guess I just never found it then. Mustn't have found the codex that told me what it was. What lies beyond? What were they protecting? So this isn't really a fixed camera, but it might as well be because the camera moves on its own, in its own ideas and ways. Lying in the pool of his own blood is the custodian, Paul's only ally in the fight against darkness. His soul no doubt lingers fused to the altar on which his life has been taken, watching over his own rapidly cooling corpse. Feeling all hope escape him, Paul's situation is suddenly 1,000 times more desperate than before. Now he is alone against the darkness.
You are a clever man, brother.
Thanks, Pius.
Wanting answers to clarify your new position as fugitive. You seek them out. This is what you find.
Notice that the wound in his chest is basically Exactly what we did to the effigy.
A viper's nest of fancy, when he finds the very source of corruption.
I think of irony. Irony of what you, masquerading as a member of the Inquisition, stand for. And that you stand for evil.
Okay.
Is merely a perspective which no longer concerns me, Luther. You
Oh, yeah, no, that's how you know he's evil.
painful manner imaginable. After you've broken your frail body and mind.
The concepts of good and evil are beyond me. Yeah, that's how you know they're evil.
Come, my children. Feast on this morsel, and let us return to our preparations.
Oh no, bone thieves. It's not like I've killed plenty of them already. God damn it. Come on into a wider area, boys. Target the right thing, Paul. That's not going to work. Really isn't. Really need to get some distance between myself and these guys. You know what I need? There's not enough time for me to cast the healing spell, but maybe I consider that a masterstroke of strategy on my part. Because, like, no chance I was going to cast a healing spell. I could have tried the 3-point healing spell and it probably would have worked, but it wouldn't have helped. Shame. What's our stats looking like? Gonna want to refill my sanity. Alright, the room seems straighter now. It's not at an angle anymore. Yeah, I wonder if the recover 5-point for Xel'lotath restores more magic than it costs. Don't have the required magic, back and forth. What about now? Nope. I want to see this, see if it's actually something I can use. Nope. Possibly? Let me see this actually. No, it looks like it costs about what it recovers. Alright. You can't fool me, I know when there's no opening animation. Where did he go? Is that going to be it? Is the boss of this chapter going to be the two bone thieves? The door is decorated in more than most within the catacombs. Sensing an immense evil behind this door, Paul wonders if the ceremony the monk had mentioned earlier is taking place behind it. Should Paul enter and put an end to the heresy? No, you know what? I'm going to save it. So who's ready for this bit? Enter and put an end to the heresy. Who dis? New phone. That's new phone. Who dis? Oh, what's happening? Whoa. Goro, you've lost weight.
This is the one that seeks to do combat with me.
Yeah, let's end the heresy.
My liege and greater guardian is to guard this place. Do not worry about this world. His kind yelps in terror at the sight of your mightiness. We will dispose of him ourselves.
Come on, Pius, I'll beat you up. Nope. Good work ending the heresy, Paul.
I am to guard this place, then I will do it as I see fit. Be gone, leave me, and I will guard this artifact as you have instructed.
Well, that's the end of Paul Luther. Well, that's Eternal Darkness is essentially the story of many people throughout history and their encounters with this darkness, usually involving Pius in some regard, but it's all connected to the ancient that Pius serves. A note from Edward. Sanity's busted again. Alright, note from Edward. The note reads, "My dearest Alex, I am glad that you have followed my paper trail thus far. I knew I could depend on you. This will be the hardest part of your journey. Look for the 88 keys to continue your journey into the past. Your loving grandfather, Edward." Okay, so 88 keys. That's a lot of keys. Any thoughts on that, people? I mean, I know the answer. I'm going to the answer right now. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but any thoughts on that? People in the chat. We have to find the 88 keys. Have I been in this room? Oh, it's the observatory. That's for later. Okay, that leads to the basement. No clue as to answer. I bet there's not 88. See, there is actually. I need to find the room, actually. There we go. Seeing the piano stirred up distant recollections of Paul Luther's story in Alex's mind. The echoes of these notes within the cathedral also echo within her own consciousness. Her hands are drawn to the keys almost of their own accord. Should Alex play the piano? Keys of the piano. Chapter page. The Forbidden City. Meanwhile, in the desert, beneath the JPEG, Persians.
I am your lord and conqueror.
What manner of forsaken being are you?
So, you can see me in my true form. You are a gifted man.
So it is an interesting thing.
And use him as the foundation for the
Suggestions are that that character was supposed to be playable,
should be given a special place among the suffering.
and it was cut. We know there was at least 2 characters cut from this game. Suggestions are he's one of them.
Much has been written about the exploits of conquerors. In the context of history, one man's champion is another man's nemesis, hero or murderer. Much has been written, but what has not is far more interesting. The Tome of Eternal Darkness mentions a Venetian artist and architect of the Renaissance, named Roberto Bianchi. Roaming abroad to find inspiration, he was captured by a warlord, expanding his empire. He forced Roberto to use his architectural and engineering skills to construct a monument to his greatness. To complete his task, he must survey the site.
14.6, so I think this predates the Paul Luther's chapter.
Survey the site quickly, dog, and maybe you'll live long enough to see the sacrament's construction.
So if I remember rightly, Bianchi is possibly the weakest character you get.
Did you think we would trust you, Bianchi? Even though you are graced with the generosity of our liege, you are still his prisoner. As I said, finish your work quickly, and maybe we'll drag you out of this hole.
Roberto must survey the ruins of this ancient temple. The rooms he must survey can be found on the map. Only when these areas have been inspected can the construction begin. So let's save now that we're playing as Bianchi. The map. Okay. Let's see. Down the floor. Okay, that room. That room. That room. Those 2 rooms. Alright. So get a look at his. No, he's got a lot of health actually. He has the lowest magic. That's why he's a pain. It is Luther that has the lowest health. Alright. So is this one of the rooms I need? No, it doesn't look like it. A frantic worker looking for answers to questions that can't be answered. He hopes Roberto is there to save him. To save them and longs to see his family and friends once he escapes. So we're talking, what did it say, the Middle East. We're talking the Middle East in... Where am I? Middle East in the 15th century. Monsters. Can't finish them with a torch. Middle East in the 15th century, you're talking slaves. One of Roberto's fellow slaves lies dead. His wounds seem to have attracted the attention of the beasts, for they have been gnawed open, spilling his innards onto the dusty floor. Yo, dude, there's monsters down there. Yeah, survey the area. Structure around here shows signs of stress. It is far from sound. Perhaps with some reinforcement, it might be able to suit the requirements of the monument. Okay. Right, where am I on the map? I'm here. I'll go back down and check that area, make sure there's nothing there. There's also, I'm pretty sure there was a weapon. Go and grab it. That's a big sword. A scythe. Yeah, I'll equip that. This is a scythe, a curved Arabic sword with a distinctive pommel. The scythe is the standard weapon of most Middle Eastern armies. Crossbow bolts. Okay, I want to head down. Yeah, the 88 keys thing is a pretty common riddle referring to pianos. It's not the first time I've seen it. Okay, there is nothing here. That's good. I don't want to miss anything. Especially in this area. And by this area, I mean this chapter. There's... Pretty sure there's always something I'm after in this chapter. This location. As I mentioned last time, we do essentially go through 4 locations multiple times. Okay, there's monsters there. Pull the lever. Wrong lever, Kronk. Why do we even have that lever? Good work, genius. Wonder what's in here. Another lever. Hmm. How long is it before Roberto gets the Tome of Eternal Darkness, actually? Because until we get the Tome, we have no way of healing. Pull the lever. Alright. Oh, zombies. Slash. 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 And onwards. Yo, dude, there's monsters down there. Oh, crossbow bolts. Oh, ignore me. Crossbow, which means trappers have got to be around somewhere. Of course they do. Map. This is this area. There we go. Dust and rock falls from the roof through a fault in the stone. It is difficult for Roberto to assess how sturdy the place is, but it needs a lot of reinforcement if it is to be built upon. Okay. Man babbles incoherently about worms devouring his countrymen and that Roberto will be next. Oh, here we go, finally the tome. Once again, let's do the check. Pius. Elia. Anthony. Kareem. Maximilian, and a new statue, Paul Luther. Another sacrifice to the eternal darkness. Dude, what's up? The worker is surprised to see Roberto. He confesses to cowardice as he stayed behind while others ventured further into the complex. When the screams of the others echoed from the walls, he dared not move. Can I save her? Nope, monsters. Trappers. Are there any more? Are there any more? Doesn't look like it. Can we save now? Yes, we can. There are no more. Okay, we're here. See, we came down there, so we're going up into this room, which will lead to here. And those are the next two locations to check. Alright. This place seems to be filled with gas. Oh god, not you. Not what I was after. Alright. Damn it. Come on. Die. Now kill the trapper. There we go. An abandoned library of sorts, a small collection of rotted, useless books lie amid smashed pottery and debris. We just have to reload him, but, you know, okay. Summon zombie spell. Okay. So that's probably going to be useful for something. Okay, so let me check where we are on the map. Okay, so we're there. This way leads forward. Where does this way lead? It would be to my left here. Anything hidden here? Nope. Alright. Let's go deal with that horror. A worker's corpse lies amidst a pile of rubble. The man's body has been pulverized by being thrown against the wall with such ferocity that it had collapsed. Come on, die. Oh, that was close. Don't have enough magic to cast it twice. Good work, Bianchi. Nope. Another worker's corpse, this time slashed from behind as he ran from his attacker, hoping for escape. Alright, that's better. Okay. Ravished corpses litter the room. Their flesh has been devoured in places and decomposition is already set. Guessing you're going to say the same thing? Yes. Alright. So is this the way forward, or is this where is this an alternate path? That leads to here, and this is somewhere I need to go. Because I'm pretty sure I could summon a zombie now. Don't have enough magic. Not enough magic. There we go. Alright. A to attack. Attacking an enemy's head to do a gnaw. Ellen. Okay. That opens the gate. Okay. And since this looked like a dead end. Let's. Oh no, not another one of you guys. Is that an Ulioth? Sanity is constantly being drained. Yep, it's an Ulioth. Missed me. Alright. There's a trapper there, that's not good. Alright. Crossbow. Target the trapper. Nope. Won't do it. Target the trapper. There we go. I didn't go too badly. Now, if I check the map, we're about here. Go there for a survey and see what's around here. So we do have to go here, but it's a dead end, so it's not going to lead to anything else. Alright. Wait a minute.
Venture no further.
Kareem.
Down where you stand.
Who? What?
I am the guardian of this temple, the Forbidden City. None shall enter except the chosen.
Yeah, you've done a great job guarding this place.
You are the chosen. For many years I have tested those who came here, and all have failed. You are unaffected by the power I wield, and thus must surely be the chosen.
Oh, you missed. Maybe you should try again just to be sure.
As you were, confused and without answers, yet they came in time.
But I will share none of them with you.
Duty is complete. I can finally rest. My sacrifice was not in vain.
Well, to be fair, dude, you kissed the ghost. It was your own fault. Probably should have warned Bianchi not to actually touch it. Roberto can feel the acidic touch of the artifact's magic reaching towards him. Using a shred of cloth from his robes to shield his hand, he retrieves the hovering artifact. Roberto has required the essence of Xel'lotath and a ruby effigy. Survey this area. This room appears to be incredibly ancient shrine to the ancients. Could have worded that better. As noted in the Tome of Eternal Darkness, could this be what Roberto's captor seeks to preserve within his monument? Okay. And onwards. So there are 3 effigies, and a construct of human bones lashed together to form a small shrine. A shade of skin tops the edifice, making the light cast eerie shadows on the walls that glow with a warmth of their own. Can I put the tome here this time? No. Alright. There are 3 effigies, and they're optional, but if you get them all, they do actually give you a very good reward. So this is dead end because the other side's collapsed. Alright. So we got 1 effigy, and like I said, I think you can find 1 effigy every time you're here, with the exception of the first time as Pious. Which means we have the ruby effigy. I'm pretty sure Bianchi can find an effigy of his own. Look at the baby one. That worked out really well. Crossbow bolts. Could have done with a dedicated map button. Okay, we're there. The room to the right is somewhere we need to survey. This seems to be a dead end. That could be interesting, actually. So let's check this out. Trappers. Any more? I don't hear any. Stones and rubble that collapse from the ceiling prevent any passage in that direction. Alright. Pretty sure I know what this next room is then. Oh, this room looks different. Uh-oh. Let's see. Woolly-off. Alright, so the horror is definitely a bigger threat than the zombies. Alright, that went fairly well, considering. No, kill the thing. Finish it. I mean, jeez, come on, dude. Alright, let's see. Key placed on the pedestal. Okay, that's 5 point. Xel'lotath thing. No, come on, there's a proper description. There we go. A moat of molten rock and fire prevents access to the room's center, in which a curious shrine stands. Confused by the layout, Roberto ponders its purpose and reason and finds none. The wall has been decorated with runes. Great care has been taken to place the scaffolding around the symbols, not to damage them. Obviously, they must be of great significance. Okay, so I'm pretty sure what I want is a 5 point reveal invisible. Which did I... No, I didn't. So what is this? This is Nerakath and Requiem. Nerakath, Requiem, and Pargon. And then cast it with Chattur'gha. And a hidden bridge platform thing. Forgotten corridor key. Wonder where that goes. This room changed. A lot of changes over several centuries. Come on, Roberto, you didn't even really run around in a circle. Stop getting tired. Hey, Grandpa.
Help me, Grandpa. I can't take this anymore.
This book, it's so boring.
You have a stronger mind than this. I didn't bring up a weakling, not a scared wretch of a girl.
You kept all this from me. Kept me alone. You shared nothing with me.
I couldn't. I could never give you the burden. I just wanted you to grow up. To grow up and leave me alone.
Alright, Grandpa, you don't have to be such a dick.
Why couldn't you have been killed with your parents?
This isn't really happening.
Alright, where am I? This way. Sapphire effigy. I only noticed that because my controller vibrated ever so slightly as I passed it. Was that there the first time we went past? I don't think it was. Survey the area. Although crumbling in places, the structure of this area could be braced to provide enough of a foundation for the monument. Okay. Oh god, they're killing me! Alright, you know what? Now you're just being rude. Now you're being really rude. Let me cast my magic, guys. Not even gonna target you. You're all gonna die. Get off me, you buggers. Seriously. Okay, you know what? You're really irritating me now. Now I'm gonna have to run around and let my magic be restored. Don't mind the sanity effects. I mean, I suppose I don't have to go back in there and deal with them, but, you know, at this point it's a matter of pride. So, while we're doing that, anybody got anything interesting to talk about? Anybody? Sanity restoration definitely takes less than health. There we go, finally. Alright. Call that enough. Save and go deal with them. Get off me. Stupid stun lock attacks. Seriously. God damn it. Can't do anything because you just... 3 of them stun lock you. Can't do a damn thing. Too close for range. The jump distance they can do, they're close enough to the door that it's not going to matter. I'm going to have to swallow my pride and just leave that room. So we got what we're after in it anyway. Stupid bone thieves. Alright, let's go this way. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, so that was this room. We need to go to this room, and I think that's everything. Is this the Forbidden Corridor? Yes, it is. What's so forbidden about it? It has a yellow floor. I know what this is. Let's see this. Bangkok and Santak. Bangkok, Santak. Protect self. Don't have enough. Wonderful. What about now? Nope. Really is irritating that Roberto has the smallest max MP. Alright, shield. The bodies of dead slaves litter the corridors, most likely victims of the wandering denizens of the temple. Their desperate bid to escape ended in a mire of blood and pain. I need to be quick about this. This is what is basically a constantly damaging floor. I want to get through it before the shield wears off. Two spiral uploads. I ended up checking, and the commentary, the non-commentary version, it was supposed to go up on Thursday, accidentally went up today. I messed up the scheduling on that. This carving depicts a man's skeletal remains in the cruel embrace of a multitude of worm-like creatures. And these are the things that killed the men in the room. There's no bodies in the room, it's just this guy. Babbles and Karen about, yeah, okay, the worms. A hideous bas-relief adorns the monolith, humans thrown into a nest of huge worms. The people have been sacrificed, ingested by the worms to fuel some unknown, unfathomable process. Okay. You know what, I think I'm gonna save it. Can't save it, the darkness is coming. Well, see ya. Pull the lever. I'm gonna have to kill those things, aren't I? Because I need to survey this area. I want to get a Xel'lotath, which would mean Chattur'gha. That's not what I was after. Need this to go a little bit quicker. Alright. Oh, just no, too dangerous to survey. Is that really it? Hit them once? Why did so many people die to these things? I was actually worried there for a second, but no, just one hit each. The dilapidated roof appears to be collapsing in several areas and will need a lot of reinforcement. The workers have a daunting task ahead of them. That should be the last of them. Roberto has completed his survey of the complex. Now he can return to the surface and report his findings to his captor. Time to go all the way back. Time to save it. And then go all the way back. Time to use a shield. But yeah, I was going through the videos and noticed that the non-commentary part 5 had gone up today. It's not actually supposed to go up on Thursday. I must have messed the date up when I was doing it. Okay, run. Can we make it? 2, 1. Alright, we made it. I remember there were later areas in the game that just throw those floors at you all over the damn place. All the way back. Crossbow bolts. Got some interesting stuff coming up though soon. Like the only thing I've actually, while we're just heading back, just to fill some time, the only things I've actually mentioned that we've got coming up, Sparrow's currently in the works, and after that, we're going to be doing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and after Metal Gear, after Prince of Persia, which finishes tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last part of Prince of Persia. Metal Gear Solid goes up. So I've not spoken what goes up after those, but we do have some good plans with them, and hopefully there'll be stuff you guys will enjoy and can look forward to. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is the first Let's Play of a game that I haven't actually played before. Finally getting around to that. There were a few others that I wanted to try. I did actually do some recording for D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die, but I wasn't overly happy with how it came out. That was a game I hadn't played before. So I ended up scrapping that. And what else was there? Have I gone the wrong way? There it is. Oh, hey guys.
And what news do you bring me, Architect?
The foundations are infested. Demons and devils. Many lives will be lost if you try to build there.
You have done well to complete your goal, Bianchi. The construction will continue as planned.
But the demons! You'd be insane to build there.
Silence, dog! What dwells beneath the Forbidden City is the very reason it was built.
Fair enough.
You must witness it firsthand. Let me educate you. Guards! Put this one with the others of the sacrifice.
Well, that's just rude.
I am the Scourge of God, appointed to chastise you, since no one knows the remedy for your iniquity except me. You are are wicked, but I am more wicked than you. So be silent.
Okay.
Now you, architect, you are about to make your largest contribution to this project.
And that's another death for us. And what was built out of that was the Pillar of Flesh. That's horrifying. I wonder who's next, actually. And the planets continue to align. What did we learn there? Oh, of course, this one. Should Alex try to survey the area? An unseen force guides Alex's hand towards the painting, compelling her to look behind it. She reaches out and pulls back the painting and discovers a chapter page hidden behind it. Right, that's what that is, because this part of the room's crumbling for some reason. A sense of familiarity overcomes her, and as the chapter page comes to her fingers, so too does the realization that Roberto's spirit is aiding her. A war to end all wars. I remember where this goes.
The Black Guardian grows restless, my liege. Its hunger increases, and the binding continues to weaken. We feed it flesh, but I fear it will not guard the relic too much longer.
There is no choice in the matter. It must remain and guard the artifact until the time of planetary alignment. After that, the Guardian may return to its lair. Our master does not like failure. It is imperative to keep the binding intact.
Then we have to find more flesh and bone.
More flesh and bone. Where could you get that? So I think that might be everything in this room, actually. That's the temple. That's the city underneath the house. This looks like some kind of mask. The face is serene in composure, with a faint hint of a smile tugging at the corners of the mouth, and eyes closed in deep meditation. The war to end all wars. Let me restore my sanity. Yeah, so I think Alex does actually have the most of everybody. Of everything. Alright. The war to end all wars.
The war to end all wars redefined how mankind looked at war and the value of human life.
See if you can figure which war this is.
Their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme. Some say uselessly, some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches, but I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob to be the most horrible of all. His implication about the ancients' involvement with the war.
That's right, Bane. World War I.
Obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away, and the distant echoes of pounding artillery, a young journalist named Peter Jacob.
So this chapter comes up with the thought of the death and chaos invoked to feed the Guardian. Hey, Michael Bell.
Young men die at a rate unheard of in centuries of warfare. Shelling, Hiroshima,
So if you're not aware of World War One changed the face of war. Technical achievements between World War One and the previous big war, like technological advancements had changed the way war needed to be fought, but nobody was ready for what it actually meant. Things like the mounted machine gun. Soldier's letter lies on the table, waiting to be sent home. Let's steal it. First letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. I was admitted to this hospital on Tuesday. The damage caused to my legs was slight, but there is no way I could ever walk normally again. I hate this place. Every day I'm reminded that I will never be able to do the things I love. The hospital is a very strange place. Converted from an old cathedral, there is an odd atmosphere around it. Silent but for the words of the wounded calling out in the night. There is no doubt it is haunted. What I find most odd in this place is that you never see anyone leave during the day. It's not right. No goodbyes or farewells, just an empty bed when you wake. An old coin marked in a peculiar manner. It has held sentimental value for someone. Whoever holds the penny will undoubtedly receive good fortune. So yeah, stuff like the mounted machine gun. You could cut down dozens of men in seconds. It was the kind of thing that had never been seen before in war. The guard shifts about, obviously bored with his duty and awaiting a replacement or perhaps a call to arms. And of course, your biggest problem with a lot of the stuff in World War One, the incompetence of generals miles from the front who were still trying to lead with outdated tactics that hadn't caught up with the way war had changed. With the war being so close, a curfew has been imposed. Travelling outside the hospital is not a safe thing to do, since intruders will likely be shot on sight. Peter decides to remain inside. It's probably the best reason for remaining inside that anyone in this game's had. Yeah, Paul won't go outside because, it'd be rude. Hey, nurse. Stacked deeply on landing, crates of medical supplies await use. Syrettes of morphine, bandages, tourniquets, antiseptics, the list goes on and on. With a motherly voice, the nurse advises that Peter get some rest. Soldier's letter. Number 2. Second letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. I've been here for over a week now, and there is no word when I will be allowed to leave. Strange things have happened. At night, sounds of the hospital change. Echoes of voices that don't belong to anyone haunt the walls and corridors. The restless ghost, perhaps, or sounds of movement or whispers. I've seen war firsthand, and the sounds at night in this hospital scare me more than I ever thought possible. What's going on here at night? Why do I feel so threatened? My fears are worsened by the talk of the other young soldiers. One said he had heard cries for help in the middle of the night, cries that were only answered by snarls of rage and not compassion. Another said Lance Corporal Haskill has not been discharged but had gone missing. I stare at his empty bed with a sense of unholy dread gnawing at my heart. So something's going on here, and based on previous chapters, you can probably figure out exactly what it is. Sounding the bell is probably a bad idea in a war zone, especially if we're only miles from the Somme. So, Amiens, France. The artillery is not only close enough that we can hear it, it's close enough that we can feel it. So attracting any kind of attention to the building would probably be a terrible idea. But yeah, World War One, like World War Two, gets a lot more recognition particularly in media, but World War One was probably more horrifying on the front than World War Two was. Made a mistake, World War Two is still horrifying because war is horrifying. But everything changed in World War One. World War Two, people were ready for the fights. World War One, no. Everything changed in World War One. Covered with blood-stained sheets, these poor souls have passed from this world. For them, the suffering is over, but for those around them, the ordeal continues. Napoleonic short war belief meeting an overcrowded theatre of war. The weirdest thing about World War One is exactly why it happened. It was a mess of alliances and retaliations based on alliances. The soldier is rather distressed. Perhaps he has lost a lot of friends in the trenches to the trenches of the Somme. He confides that the only stories are sad ones, and that the only true heroes are in the mortuary. Faint sounds of moaning emanate from behind the linen veils, whispered utterances, frantic prayers to loved ones, words offered only by those who face their mortality. But yeah, it's like the starter generally is held as the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was clearance for the old terrorist there, who was Archduke of Austria-Hungary, which was one country at the time. The two countries were joined as one at the time. Assassinated by Serbian dissidents, the Serbian rebels. I have to pick a good word for it. And Austria-Hungary went to war with Serbia over it, and Germany had an alliance with them and were obligated to join, and it just fell like dominoes. Serbia had an alliance with somebody else, and blah blah blah. Eventually, we, Britain, were drawn into it with the as Germany invaded Belgium to get to France, and we had an alliance with Belgium, I think it was. The guard frowns and ushers Peter away from the organ. He explains that it's one of the few antiques in the region that has so far survived the war, and that while he's alive, it will remain intact. And like I say, Napoleonic short war belief, believing the war would be over by Christmas. That was, I forget the exact start date that Britain entered the war, but the belief that it'd be over by Christmas of 1914. And then it lasted until 1918. The altar is cleared of all valuables, not only to prevent looting, but also to afford space for medical supplies and even as an operating table should the need arise. Sealed envelope. Soldier's orders. An official note on Army Regulations stationery. The note reads, Private Thompson, by order of Lieutenant Hargreaves on behalf of His Royal Majesty George V, you are to leave your post of duty and rally in the street outside Oubliette Cathedral. Further orders will be presented at the rallying point. God save the King. Is it this guy? Someone else, alright. Fun fact for anybody who's watching who isn't British, at no point in English history is the monarch ever dead. Like, there is never a dead king or queen in Britain, in England. someone else. And that is entirely because of it's gotta be this other guy. Hey, buddy. You a doctor? You look like one. Yeah. It's the whole idea. The king is dead. Long live the king. Because the instant the king or queen dies, they're no longer king or queen. The title is passed. So there is never a dead king or queen. Semantics are weird. It's gotta be you. The guard unfolds the orders and begins to read them before exclaiming, "Bloody hell! Bloody hell, lad! Let's be on the offensive." You can tell this was not written by English people. Following the orders, he takes leave of his post. Now I can see why they were guarding this. A revolver. Good idea or bad? Oh, whoa. Wouldn't be a bad idea to take it, actually, now. This Liebel model 1892 revolver was introduced prior to World War One. A double-action pistol with a 6-shot swing-out cylinder chambered for 8mm French service ammunition. What year is this, actually? I don't think I paid attention. 1916, so America would have probably only just joined the war. Designed to muster patriotic feelings, these posters declare that the Allies are fighting the good fight. Small comfort for the occupants of the room whose spent corpses lie in the cold cathedral floor. Yeah, because like, revolvers are well and good, but by this point, like you had the Colt, you had semi-automatic pistols, pretty sure. So Pius, Elia, Anthony, Kareem, Maximilian, Paul, Roberto Bianchi as the latest sacrifice to the darkness. Bone thieves. And Peter has the lowest sanity. Not fighting these guys with a gun. No, nurse. He's taken her. Definitely don't have enough to take on all of them. So this chapter's probably going to be a major pain. Because I just do not have the sanity to take hits. Okay, look, lady, you want to run. That jump was ridiculous. Run, woman, run. Come on, give me a weapon. Give me a melee weapon. Alright, this many guys in here sounds kind of suspicious. I need to restore my sanity. Let me do that again. Okay, so can't actually see everything Bane has posted there on the in-video chat. But what he says, I'll read up to the starting point going through Twitch. The assassination was merely a trigger point. The long-term causes for World War I can be traced back to France's humiliation in 1870. But yeah, no, I understand that, like, there are causes beyond the assassination, but it began. Well, I say began. Finally, something useful. No, I get that. I'm very interested in history of war in particular myself. Don't be afraid to post shorter snippets, though, just to keep stuff within the chat. You know, piece by piece. Don't be afraid to do that. But also, never apologise for being into history. History is, when it's done right, history is the single most interesting subject. This room has fallen into disuse. The shelves, once full of books and scrolls, are now rife with dust, bearing nothing but trash and debris. But yeah, no, like I say, like, you've got the point there with all the build-up to World War One. But the reason it escalated as much as it did was because of the mess of alliances and treaties. Okay, let's finish these bone thieves. Come on, why are you not hitting them? Seriously. That was a joke. Good melee combat, huh? Yeah, no, the history of war is an area of interest of mine. It's not what I divulge in as much as I used to. But in particular, like, modern war is very interesting to me. Causes, tactics, strategy, the way it plays out. And of course, World War I itself directly led into World War II. The altar stands wreathed in cold mist. As Peter nears the stone, a sense of deep woe gnaws at his heart. The cathedral is undoubtedly evil and not the holy place he had thought it to be. But yeah, World War I, of course, directly led into World War II, the Treaty of Versailles, where, for some ungodly reason, nervously shaken from her ordeal, the nurse tries to calm herself and thank Peter for saving her life. Yeah, the Treaty of Versailles that for some reason placed all the blame for the First World War on Germany, which led to the collapse of their economy as they were forced to pay reparations and just couldn't because, seriously, how do you pay for that much? Which in turn led to the complete collapse of the German economy as they tried to pay it. Which led to Germany just being desperate for some kind of solution, which led to the rise of Hitler and the Nazi Party. It's exactly why the Nazi Party came. Boxes of medical supplies awaiting use and treatment, covered with bloody fingerprints. It's hard to tell whether they are actually used to save lives or just relieve the suffering. Yeah, it's why it's the main reason. This room has been converted into a rudimentary morgue. Blood-stained sheets cover the unfortunate souls who have passed beyond. Yeah, it's like the main reason why the Nazis came to power. The German people were looking for some kind of solution to it, and the Nazis, or the National Socialist Party, promised to have one. Great. God damn it. Yeah, no, ask anybody who's played this once and they'll tell you the melee combat in this game is great. I'm not going to survive this. Nope, there we go, dead. Melee combat in this game's great. Ugh. Yeah, come on. Let's get back in the game. Alright, what time are we on? Alright. About as good as we're gonna get. Fighting these guys seems like a stupid idea. What I want is to be able to get the bone thieves on their own. 2 on their own I might be able to take before I free the other bone thieves from their flesh cages. Their meat puppets. Stop doing that. Get off me. Come on. Alright, we got at least one of them. The Great Depression. Of course. It makes sense. It really does. Essentially, what you're explaining, though, Bane, it's important. It's entirely true. It comes down to a stepping stone. Is this guy gone? Yeah, I'm guessing he's dead. Piece of very old paper. Sheet of music. Shelling has knocked out the cathedral's generator. The organ cannot be used without a supply of power. Probably be used. The power is restored. Alright. Yeah, it's a stepping stone. Germany from... Oh, rifle. Germany from the start should never have been held accountable for the entire war. It was honestly ridiculous. And the fact that they were held responsible for the entire war, and the Treaty of Versailles demanded that they pay reparations for the war, completely ignoring Austria-Hungary's involvement and Italy's involvement. The fact they alone were made to pay for it was a massive joke, and it does tie into the talk you made of the concerns of the other European countries had about Germany's militarization. And it becomes a case of, similar to the Eurovision, entirely motivated by politics, not wanting to give fair treatment. God damn it, why do you always get... Not wanting to treat Germany fairly because, oh, politics. Yeah, no, we don't like these guys, so we'll make them pay for everything. I wonder if there's anything playing now, because there wasn't earlier. Because we've got the sheet music, so we need to play the organ, but we also... Don't attack me. Why is there a wall here and the bell's gone? You're not Xel'lotath Bone Thief. Yeah, so where's the bell gone? That's weird. You know, I forget how much we've got after this. So it's been a long time since I actually played the game all the way through myself. So I know we have at least 2 characters after this. But I feel like I'm probably forgetting somebody. Mainly friends who went to place War Guild on Germany, that makes sense. Yeah, the League of Nations was a joke. Italy were on the side of the Allies. Who am I thinking then? Because I know there was another... No. Didn't Italy start out with Austria-Hungary and Germany and then defected? Switched sides? What was that? One of the cathedral's guards lies dead by his post, his death sudden and violent. His broken limbs twisted at odd angles with the trickle of blood issuing from his mouth and ears. Ugh. Yeah, because if I remember rightly... Oh, there's a lot of fog down here. If I remember rightly, Italy... I remember it was weird that Italy was not... Italy started as... against the Allies, but by the end were just accepted as one of the Allies. A desk kept meticulously clean. Peter is surprised that it is not more chaotic for a frontline hospital. After all, isn't this where the death certificates are written? You know what, let's reload the gun. You never know if I want to use it again. Oh, it does a quick flick of the wrist. I like that. It's just a rat. Is this more ammo? Yep. Alright, so here's the power source. Remember this from when we were playing as Paul. Workings of the pipe organ have remained mostly the same since installation. Originally, the bellows were driven manually, Now they are steam-powered and the organ controlled electronically. This might be one of the oldest restored pipe organs in the world. More ammo. So the power's got to be somewhere else. Trappers. I think that's it. Ah, fair enough. The Ottoman Empire. Jeez, who outside of Europe even thinks about that? Casks full of maturing wine line the cellar amidst the wraiths of the cold air. When the war is over, if it ever is, the wine will be of a good vintage. Soldier's body lies on the floor. Far from the front line, this poor man met his end. His fate is far removed from his brothers in arms, a victim of the cathedral rather than by bullet or bayonet. Right, one of you is faker, I know that. Is it this one? Or did they change it? Oh, there's another door here. Alright, this is really dark. Oh, this must have been installed later. Let's see. Perched on the wall beside the generator is an open-faced fuse box. A fuse appears to be missing. There is no sign of where it could be. Don't try this at home, kids. Peter puts the lucky penny in place. With the missing fuse, it fits quite nicely, but there isn't any power running through the circuit. Nothing happens. Peter retrieves the penny and places it in his pocket. Alright, pull the switch. Where's the switch? This device appears to be a steam-powered generator. It sits idly, waiting for steam to be supplied to it. There is a lever, presumably to switch the generator on and off. Pull the lever. There is a grating of metal on metal, but nothing else. There's no steam coming into the generator. So we're missing a piece. Where's the steam gotta come from? There's another door. Oh, I guess this will be it. Old, rusty, but faithful for many years. A coal-burning boil provides heat and steam to the cathedral complex. Currently, no pressure being diverted to the generator. Turn the wheel. That should do it. A hole cut into the wall, huh? I know what I can do with that. And for everybody who's watching this, both live and in the future on YouTube, but you didn't expect World War I history at this point. Oh, I want that. Body of a soldier, patient from the hospital, lies slumped against the door. Trying to hide from the horror, he had barricaded himself inside the room before succumbing to his wounds. I need to move him. So I can open this door. And now I can pick this up. 7-point circle of power. And let me see. Antibok Magamo. cover is Narakath Santak. Okay, Feel Invisible is Narakath Redgamore. Really wish it'd do this automatically. Let's see, damage field is Bankarok and Redgamore. Okay, so that's that. Spell Magic is Nethlek and Redgamore. Okay, summon Trapper, Shield. Shield is Bankarok and Santak. Okay, and let me check what the... Because here's the fun thing. Trapper and Zombie are the same spell, just with more power behind it. Tear and Air Attack. Alright. So if we do the same spell with 4, Summon Creature, spell 10, which, if I remember rightly, is Summon Horror. But then what's spell 9, I wonder? Enchant the item. Okay, so let's try this. Alright, that's pretty solid. This room is used to store coal for use in the steam boiler that powers the cathedral's generator. Small piles are all that's left, and with an almost endless war, this resupply is a long way off. Okay, so pull the lever this time. Circuit broken. Okay, so now use the coin. And remember, kids, do not do this at home, because this is an awful idea. In a rush of inventiveness, Peter jams the lucky penny and places the fuse. Amazingly, it works. The fuse has been replaced. I think this is like the only thing the game doesn't tell you about. You just have to know that you could theoretically join a fuse that way. Alright, power's back. Probably save it as well. Ah, crap. So is it actually going to mean anything, or is it just, oh no? Oh, there are bone thieves over there. Okay, here we go. An incredibly old but well-preserved pipe organ. The workmanship is quite exquisite, but borders on grotesque. Tiny demonic figures hide within the swirling facade designs, almost invisible to the eye. Okay, let's go and grab that. Seriously, is that going to have a point? Because, like, in Resident Evil, if something like that happens, it's going to just... there's going to be a monster coming through it. Tabernacle is almost empty of all the things it should be. That's the same thing that they said last time, except with a door handle. Go away. Go away. Bad bone thief. Aha. Yeah, I guess Peter having the lowest sanity does make some kind of sense. So I imagine, because Peter is a journalist documenting World War One as it's happening, and I imagine anybody at the time would probably be losing their mind at all the death and suffering they're seeing. Hidden door. Yeah, the introduction of trench warfare was something none of the soldiers were really ready for. Just the horror stories you can read of life in the trenches. Ugh. Well, they're loading me up with ammo. I'm guessing something's going to happen. But then, as horrible as life in the trenches was, it was better than going over the trenches into no man's land, into the killing field. Bone thieves. They're in zombies now. Get off me. God damn it. I can't even see what was going on there. Try again. I mean, when it came down to it, I think Blackadder goes fourth. Did a brilliant job. You know what? Let me just enchant my item. Did a brilliant job of... what was the word? It's a comedy, yeah, but the ending, infamous in like, British history now. Like, life in the trenches was still life. Going over the trenches. Not what I wanted. Yeah. I don't think there'd really be a way to convey No Man's Land without seeing it for yourself. And by seeing it for yourself, I mean experiencing with the gunfire and the shouting and the artillery and everything. I don't think we'll ever be able to properly know just how horrifying it all was. The war to end all wars, it truly was. Not another horror. I managed to get that quick enough. Oh yeah, it's satirized, yes, but there was also a large degree of truth in the whole thing. In particular with a character like General Melchett. Is it Melchett? I forget exactly how the name was pronounced. Stephen Fry's character. You know who I'm talking about. And just how disconnected he was from what was going on the front lines. Damn it. Well, it's been a while. Can't go back. Can't cast the spell. The horror disappeared. Also, interesting point, that soldier has been transported here now. A young man's body lies hunched against the wall of the platform. Blood from the viscous wounds surrounding his face and neck soaks the remains of what appear to be a uniform with a sickly dark red. And the fact that the guy's here now but isn't there in sections that take place after this, like historically take place after this, suggests that time isn't entirely linear as far as a lot of this is going. Mud, blood, and poppycock, huh? Sounds about right. I'll be happy when we're done with this chapter. Tattered letter. Third letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. It's been 2 weeks since Haskell went missing, and I'm afraid I'm going to sleep. I'm afraid to go to sleep. More than once I saw shadows of people moving past my bed, peeking through the blinds to see a wounded soldier being taken from his bed, drugged and delirious in the dead of night, never to be seen again, as Haskell was perhaps, as I will be. What happened to them, I don't know. I am afraid to ask what happened, for I know that I would surely be the next one taken into the darkness. The table is stacked full of occult items, far beyond anything Peter had expected. He uncovers bizarre drawings of unnatural creatures, animated corpses, and other ethereal nightmares. Row upon row of books dedicated to occult lore and arcane science. From the ludicrous to the most hideously unholy. Oh no, it's not because of you, Bane. I'm getting really tired of all the bone thieves. There's been so damn many. Oh, I shot a rat. I didn't want to shoot that. I thought it was another trapper. No, like I say, World War One, just war history is always interesting. And there's nothing wrong with spreading knowledge of an interesting subject like that. What do we got? A key. Key lies upon the accursed shrine, glinting in the soft candlelight. Binding hall key. But yeah, a lot of this chapter just hasn't been that entertaining, honestly. The bone thieves, the low sanity. And the low sanity makes this chapter a pain when you're in a Xel'lotath run. Because Xel'lotath enemies specifically target sanity. Once your sanity's gone, health. So it's a bit of pain. I hope there's actually something here. Can I reload before? Yeah, I can. You have to do it through the menu. Ugh. Milky blue. Magical elixir. Refill magic? Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's a neat thing to go out your way for. The ancient stone is drenched with blood, scarred by the countless strikes of a sacrificial knife. The stone reeks of the pain and torment inflicted upon it. The air is cold, filled with lingering spirits. Peter can feel their sullen despair as they witnessed every sacrifice with horror and disgust. They writhe in the dank air with his every breath, begging for help he cannot give, for release from their unholy tomb. Yeah, it was surprising. Not necessarily to find out that we went to the same school, same high school, but that we were probably there at the same time at one point. That was kind of surprising. You got a point. We probably did just study the same syllabus. God knows what they'll have changed it to now. When did I leave high school? 2008. Jeez. Go away. Get off me. Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? Disconnected and rejoined. Did I miss anything? No. Alright, good. A soldier's cold and stiff body lies sprawled on the steps. Peter attempts to flip the corpse over to discover his identity, but all that's left is of the man's face as a ruined mass of eaten flesh. Horrifying. Same with this guy. Magical attack. Why would it be here in Why would it be here of all places, here in this corridor? You know, I do wonder. And to block Redgamore, I guess I'll have to create the other versions myself. God forbid the game figure out that maybe it should be something that's automatically added. Alright, this is going to be it. Time we on. It's 1 o'clock. Do we want to start this? Because this is going to be a boss fight. Do we want to try this boss fight now, or do we want to leave it until next time? Because honestly, if I remember right, this is actually a tricky fight. We'll leave it. Leave it till next time. In case you're wondering what boss it is, it's the one that killed Luther. Killed Paul Luther. And one thing I didn't mention at the time, kind of a fun fact. The Guardian changes depending on... Excuse me. Depending on which ancient you choose at the start, which are the artifacts. So it's not just that it changes what colour it is, it actually does. Each Guardian visibly is different. And what they do to Luther also changes depending on which Guardian it is. The Xel'lotath one explodes his head, the other two do something different. But yeah, I think we'll call it there for tonight. I'm probably gonna do a bonus stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do a bonus stream tomorrow. It won't be Eternal Darkness or Ocarina of Time. We'll be back on Thursday with Ocarina of Time. At the standard time, 10 PM GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. But I think we'll do a bonus stream tomorrow just for a bit of fun. We'll be starting with that 10 PM GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Continue with that. But yeah, as for that, that's basically going to be the end of tonight's stream. I want to thank everybody who joined me tonight. I always appreciate the support. Special thanks to Istasa and Bane in the chat for keeping me company as always. Big thanks to Bane for the extra history around World War One, which really suited this final chapter we've been doing today. There's been a lot of fun, been a lot of interesting stuff there. Thank you to Bane for contributing that. I said we're back Thursday, 10 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT with more Ocarina of Time. We'll be continuing that. We'll be going into the Forest Temple. But like I say, probably be back tomorrow with a bonus stream that will be neither Ocarina or Eternal Darkness. Just something to have a bit of fun with. Not sure what it'll be yet. But that'll be at probably 10 PM GMT, maybe a little bit before. It's going to be... It's not going to be one of the standard streams. It's going to be me doing something for a bit of fun. So we'll see what we feel like. Around 10 PM, maybe a little before. If I remember, I'll post an update on Twitter about it. If you want to check out my other stuff that I'm doing, we do have the YouTube channel, which I do actually have posted on the stream now, which is really nice, Mecha Chrono. possibly a casual stream. Maybe focus on one game for a few hours. I'm not entirely sure, Bane. We'll see. But just generally a bonus stream around this stuff. Because I'm not in work Thursday, so I don't have to be up early. Which is nice. So we'll do something, have a bit of fun with it. Yeah. You want to check out some of the other stuff? We have the Twitter, which you can see now, which we got on the stream at Green Chrono. Follow me on there for updates. I need to use it more, not just for updates about the stream and the channel. I need to be using it for more posting stuff myself. About just stuff. I don't know. Got the YouTube channel Mecha Chrono, where we are currently finishing off Prince of Persia. The final part of Sands of Time goes up tomorrow, 12 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. We're also currently uploading Spyro the Dragon. That is going on the Tuesday and Thursdays. And Metal Gear Solid starts on Friday. Metal Gear Solid will start going up on Friday, so look forward to that. It should be fun. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me in the stream. Special thanks to Bane and Stassa in the chat. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night and take care.